Hi, it's Trixie Mattel, and today we're trying some L'Oreal makeup. Hi, it's Trixie Mattel. Welcome back to the channel. You know, we are picking up where I left off a long time ago. If you're new here, I'm a world famous drag queen with a, whatever. Working my way through the drugstore brands. We've done Wet n Wild, we've done e.l.f., we've done CoverGirl, we've done Maybelline, and it's time for us to do L'Oreal. I know very little about L'Oreal, so this is really gonna be going in blind. I tried to just shop based on what was being, promoted to me at the CVS, so let's get into it. Now, before we start, please subscribe, you guys. It means a lot to me, and I make videos every single week. And I make them alone in my house, like right now. So let's get into it. I'm gonna cover my brows and be right back. I try to do something unprecedented, which is to properly lay everything out before I start so I don't have to keep getting up. Let's start. I have some priming stuff here. I've been really into priming sprays. We didn't have a priming spray from L'Oreal. This is the BFF priming spray from Wet n Wild from the SpongeBob collection. I don't know. I just think my makeup starts better. My skin's a little wet. We got the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock Mattifying Primer, long wear. It says it has matte finish, it is prepping action, very smoothing and blurring. Dot onto face in an outward motion and target oil-prone areas. I thought I was actually impressed by how big this bottle is. For like a drugstore primer, it's pretty crazy. Let's see. I really need to get in here and it's definitely blurring, you guys, especially in the middle of the face here. Woo! I know you guys are sometimes like, I wish you would do like close-ups of your skin so I can see the product better. If you think that I'm gonna get in drag and show you close-ups of my face, you are living in a fantasy, a fallacy, an illusion, and a delusion. So take my word for it, okay? I would never lie to you guys. I have no reason to ever lie on this channel. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, very smoothing looking, that's for sure. So I didn't get a sponge from L'Oreal, so I have the Trixie Cosmetics makeup sponge. If you guys have not seen, ours is so cute. Look at it, it comes in this little pentagon box. And then our sponges come with this sparkly little pink glitter case that perfectly fits our glitter sponge, our little heart sponge. Isn't that cute? So when it's wet, the case is big enough to carry it when it's wet so you don't have a makeup sponge like floating around your bag. Isn't that great? I picked up two foundations here because I wasn't really sure what to do. And these allegedly are the most full coverage at L'Oreal. These are the Infallible Total Cover Full Coverage Weightless Feel Foundation. I got 305, which is natural beige, and 303, which is nude beige. I bet I'm gonna be the darker one at this moment. I've been really going darker with my foundation, and I really like the way that looks on me in drag. Yeah, this is gonna work for me. This is gonna work for me. It's feeling more medium to me coverage-wise, but I mean, I've been using Dermablend recently, so I'm used to quite a lot of coverage. And I've also been going really yellow with my foundation. I like the look of sort of like really sunny golden skin. And then I like to add warmth with like blush and lip color and stuff. It's definitely a nice coverage. I'll give you that. Like that actually looks really good. And this has almost more of a whipped formula. I don't know, it seems whipped. Look at it, air whipped into it, which is a really bizarre texture for a full coverage, but it was the bottle, okay? This is a little tip from me. If you're not sure what color foundation you are and you have like a couple options, do the darker one on the perimeter of your face and then use the lighter one in the middle and it'll even itself out. That is nice coverage. Do you guys see that? This is the lighter shade. Let's see what this looks like. I wonder if it's really a difference at all. Oh, it is a little lighter. Not by much, but definitely dries more matte, which I think has a tendency to look heavier. This is looking a little dry on me, but to be honest, my skin's a little dry right now, so I can't totally blame the foundation. My hobbies include blaming makeup products for my own physical flaws. Like, I have large pores, and then if the foundation accentuates it, I'm like, look at what it did to me. I didn't have any pores before this started. Why is my nose sweating though? My nose is like not picking up the foundation, which is really weird. We'll come back to it. I think I know what it is. I think my face is a little sweaty and things aren't really sticking, which does happen. We've all had it happen. Oh yeah, my nose is sweating. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. I'm gonna flip out. Okay, the foundation is not... What is happening? Do you see that? What is happening? I'm sweating. I'm sweating and the makeup's coming off. Oh my God. You guys, this is weird. We'll give the skin a break and we'll come back, but doesn't this look horrible? Maybe I'm hot. I'm gonna take my shirt off. Am I warm? Oh God, nobody get a boner. I'm gonna check the air conditioning. I'm gonna start the eyes and come back because the skin is just like not happening today. So, it's gonna be one of those days. I don't like to be f***ed with. All right, this is the Luminous Noir liner, liquid liner, cat eye look. This is in 300 Black is Black. Very unique packaging. Do you guys see that? It's like a pen, but sort of like a artsy, you know, thing. It's not super black, to be honest. I don't know about her. It's like drying out. Okay, well, I already have feelings about this. I understand that I'm drawing on a lot of foundation, but it shouldn't just die like that. That was like, that's really never happened to me with a liner before, where it's brand new and it just like dies out of the box. I picked up this L'Oreal La Palette Nude. I'm really having a hard time and I'm nervous. This is just like not agreeing with my skin. Like nothing's sitting. I don't know. Luckily, I got some Trixie Cosmetics brushes here. I mean, I think if I can't make it work with these brushes, which are my favorite brushes, I can't make it work with any brushes. But let's get in here. I'm concerned because this is just not, it's just not enough colors for me to work with it. It's a lot of lights, a lot of light shades. Oh, this is reading, okay, this is actually darker than I thought it was gonna be. Wow, this is actually working a lot better than I thought it was going to. Ooh, okay, the shadows are kind of gorgeous. Wow, wow. Wow, okay, the shadow's nice. I mean, this is a really nice shadow. The good and the bad exists out there, okay? I think if Watchmen taught me anything, that there's good, it's that there's good and bad in all of us and that it's all subjective. This could be somebody's dream foundation. I did not expect to like these shadows as much as I am liking them. Wow, wow, wow. They're nice and matte and they blend really like smoothly. I'm gonna have to supplement this look with a black shadow because this doesn't have a black shadow, but you expect me to do drag without a black shadow? Please. Okay, the shadows are looking nice. The skin is actually disgusting. The skin looks like a science project. I can't even tell you about this nose. It's really like, I guess it's the sweating, but like, I don't know. I don't know with this foundation. Am I allergic to it? Oh, I mean, this is bad. We've had worse. Like the e.l.f. foundation we tried on this channel was the most disgusting thing. Then e.l.f. makes one of my favorite concealers. So it's all over the place. We're all over the map. Do you guys see the shadow though? The shadow has a really nice coverage to it, nice blendability. It really sticks where I'm putting it. Well, if we're gonna do the brows, I guess let's use the palette, right? I got a little Trixie P02 brush. Oh my God, this is the primer. I was like, why is this black? This is the bottle that I used to do my Dr. Manhattan circle. I haven't done my brows with powder in a while. I've been really on this pencil kick, so this is a little weird for me. I'll tell you this though, you guys, this foundation, I haven't even powdered it. It is bone dry looking. So if you're really oily, maybe you will love this. Like it's really not, I'll say that it looks matte, but I'm also gonna say that it doesn't look flattering on me, at least. It looks okay, whatever. Trust the process. Try not to flip out. All right, so my store, I got a sketcher on my brows with some concealer. My store did not have the infallible full wear in a light enough shade, so I'm gonna supplement it with some Shape Tape because I think they're probably kind of similar. That looks okay. I mean, whatever. Not my best brow. I'm gonna take a little bit of this e.l.f. concealer. Again, my store just didn't have the light enough shades, so I'm kind of using both. There you go, some shape going on there. Can we get some shape at the gig? So similar. I don't want to tattle on anybody, but this e.l.f. concealer and this Shape Tape are so similar, and the components are so similar. I wonder if it's honestly made in the same like laboratory, because they're really similar. All right, I'm gonna do this to this side and be right back. Take down the goddamn Frida sign, you lazy sons of bitches. All right, this is looking better. Do you see the foundation? Do you see how it just looks like on my cheek area, like here? It's like almost patchy, like dry, and like almost flaking off. Like I don't know what's going on. And I don't know if more foundation will fix it. So I'm just gonna move on to concealers and hope that the concealers are gonna help. So like I said, I couldn't get the infallible full wear in the lightest shades. I didn't have it at my CVS. And CVS is just easy for me. It's on my block. I go to a lot of CVS's, okay? And I should have gone to Ulta or whatever. Let's see. Well, this isn't going to be dark enough, so now we're already in trouble. I mean, sometimes with these extreme contouring, it is nice to start with like a base layer of something that is like not far off from my skin tone, and then I'm not putting deep concealer straight onto foundation that matches. If I do something like this, it's a little darker. It's like almost like a primer. Wow, okay, that looks great. Honestly, I'm gonna get into some of her because that actually looks really good. Baby, that is coverage. That is a really full coverage concealer. Wow. That is one of the fullest coverage concealers I've ever used from the drugstore. Wow. Couple dots and that skin is covered, baby doll. Covered. Let's do the nose with it, honestly, because I'm really struggling with the nose situation. Now, it's not exactly cute and quiche to use concealer as foundation, because it just isn't usually built to cover your whole face. But I mean, it's working. So I got the infallible in Cocoa, and this is what I'm gonna start doing my contouring with. Contouring with the divas and the dolls. Guys, I've gotten so messy and lazy with contouring. I'm gonna show you how fast I've been doing it. Like the days of me like f***ing around and like is so over. I'm gonna take one of my angled blush brushes from Trixie Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna use that to start kind of like slowly spreading it. Kind of moving around with the brush first, and then I'm gonna go and start like mashing. Nice. Do you guys see how messy I am? Like I just kind of run through it now and worry about fixing it later. Like I said, I don't have the right shade of concealer, so I'm gonna take one of my Shape Tape concealers. And you guys, something happened to me on tour this year. I just get ready so fast now. Like I just don't slow down and like sweat about anything. I'm just like, get it on. They even smell similar. Like I honestly think, like, look at this, look at Infallible, look at the e.l.f. one. Like I think some of these companies are making the same formula at the same labs, which is fine, it does happen. Like sometimes that formula will really work and then the lab will pitch it like as a base formula to a bunch of different companies and they don't even know it. I mean, most like complexion products, it's gonna be like water, dimethicone, like there's a few things that are always the base. And then what's gonna be different is like, you know, boring stuff like the polymer or not boring, but you know, stuff that's not like gonna come up while you're shopping. You're not like, I'm looking for this type of polymer. Either I'm in denial or this is turning out. I could be in denial. I have been known to be a woman who can kid herself into denial. So denial is not just a river and agent. Really nice coverage though. The shadowy parts of the face that are the Infallible concealer, really nice coverage. I'm so crazy. My makeup is so crazy, guys. I've been having these flashes while I'm doing makeup where I'm like, you are nuts. You are a weird person. You look crazy. And the fact that when I'm in drag, I like feel the fantasy so hard is actually even crazier. I think this contour is a little dark for me, a little dark. I think most of like, my wig will cover most of this anyway, so I don't think it's gonna be too dark. But I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's a little dark up there. By the way, fun little tip for me, if you have the blush brush from like, that launched with Summer of Love, this angled blush brush, this is an amazing liquid foundation brush. Let's do the nose, shall we? For the dolls, the divas, and the gals, and the girls. The way I talk to myself in my house alone, you guys, you have no idea. I bet you my neighbors think that that 4 people live here. I'm just mixing a few of these on the back of my hand, you guys, and just doing sort of a little bit of contouring. Not much. I've been really like off my bullshit as far as like really dark contour on the sides of my nose. Like lately I've kind of just been doing the highlight and that's it. All right, so I mean, I think this is looking okay. I'm just gonna pause because I think we just need to powder and move on. So I have the L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder. It's a little jar. I'm a little nervous. I'm afraid of these tiny little jars because they end up being super HD, fine milled, like flour, and it just doesn't work for me. How are people supposed to open makeup? I'm gonna scream. Oh! I'm gonna get pliers. You guys, I'm gonna lose my mind. Would you stop it? Like, are we for real? You know what? I guess we're not using this. You guys, I can't get this open. I'm gonna have to get another powder. We're doing the Derma Blend Illuminating Banana Powder because that bitch pissed me off. I mean, maybe the makeup universe gods were trying to tell me I was gonna hate that powder. You know? I've been very psychic lately, actually, so I think maybe I just need to listen to the cues in the universe. You know, today's just not the day. Today's just not the makeup day, I don't think. I'm nervous about what this really matte foundation looks like powdered. I'm nervous that it's gonna be really dried and like papery looking. It kind of looks gorgeous. I mean, it's accentuated dryness a little bit for me personally, if we're speaking from my personal life and my experience, which is the only way I know how to speak. So I got some L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour powder foundations. I've got 3 of them here. I got 330 Hazelnut, 5 Pearl, and 365 Copper. And I thought we could just kind of set everything with these. I think that for drag at least, setting things with a full coverage powder, it covers a multitude of sins. This is supposed to be a foundation powder, so I think it'll be pretty full coverage. It is really full coverage. Okay, very full coverage, very smooth looking. I'm gonna take one of my little tiny Trixie Cosmetics shader brushes and I'm gonna do my nose. I mean, the nice thing about like drag is I can count on if one step, like if the cream concealer or the foundation's not going my way, I can kind of count on making it up later. And I knew we had these full coverage powder foundations, so I was like, I hope these help, and they seem to be helping. Let's see if Hazelnut can get us together. Come on, Miss Hazelnut. Come on, Miss Nut. Not Miss Nut, I'm sorry. I mean, it's a very full coverage powder, you guys. It's definitely velvety, it feels. I got kind of a medium brown shade because I kind of was like, I'd always rather have a medium shade to contour with, so I don't have to have really extreme levels of contour right off the bat. Like I want to be able to build up to that. And then I'm going to go in with, this is Cocoa, right? Copper. Copper's the deepest, and that's what I'm going to do my very pocket with. I think I'm just going to take a really big fluffy brush and see what happens here and just kind of start blending it out. Lately I've been doing this thing, I've been doing this thing called blending. At least with my foundation, like my contour and stuff, I've been blending it out more than I used to. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think I'm becoming a woman, but I just definitely like stepped it back a little bit as far as like placement and how dark I want this stuff. Not as matte as I thought it would be. Honestly, this appears to be a little more of a velvet or a satin finish. I thought it was gonna be really, really matte. I'm just gonna sharpen just a little bit under the contour. Just sharpen a little bit. Yeah, I mean, not too crazy. I mean, that's still really crazy. I'm still crazy. This is so normal to me now though. You know what? I'm gonna do a setting spray and I hope that helps because right now I have that thing going on where everything just looks makeup-y. This happened in a couple other drugstore videos where these products are just not made to layer the way I'm layering them. Let's do a little bit of setting spray. This is the Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender. Huge bottle, by the way. It's a little water world. It's a little sprayish. Because sometimes if my makeup looks makeup-y, a little bit of this can really help. Just maybe calm it down a little bit. Huge droplets though, you guys. My face is like wet from that, but. All right, so to continue this makeup, I'm gonna have to do white and black liner, and L'Oreal doesn't have that. So I'm gonna do my white and black liner of this, and we'll be right back. All right, so I stopped in the middle. I kind of did this white, and then I did the P. Louise, like a nude base, and then I thought, well, hello, why don't we use one of the shimmers on the lid? Hello, you're reviewing an eyeshadow palette here. There's kind of like a gold, but honestly, I think I want to use this champagne, not to be boring, but I think that the champagne is gonna be really nice, so let's do it. Really buttery, really soft, not super shimmery, kind of like wearable shimmery. Wearable, what does that mean? But all right, I'm gonna go finish the liner and come back. All right, we're back. We're still struggling. I'm just, you know, the skin looks, the thing is serviceable. Could I perform like this? Absolutely. Would I do a photo shoot like this? If I had to. I was gonna do the black liner off camera and I was like, we have liner. So I have the L'Oreal Infallible. Infallible must be like their long wear or their full coverage line because everything here is Infallible. Lacquer liner up to 24-hour gel eyeliner. Never fails. This is one of those liners that comes with a brush. Maybelline Eye Studio used to come with a brush and I actually used to really like that. I tell you, when I first started doing drag and I was limited on funds and tools and knowledge and skills, if a gel liner came with a brush, I was buying it because I never had the tools to do the job, that's for sure. I remember the L'Oreal Hip Pigments. This is like, now I'm really old. Those used to come with a little brush. And when I first started doing drag, that tiny little brush was like my main brush. It's so bootleg. Cute little brush. I hope this is black. It's called Blackest Black, shade 171. I hope it's really black. I really want it to be black. Please be black. Did you guys know I flip the f out when it's a liner and it's gray? Okay, that is black. Woo! Finally, yes, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wah, wah, wee, wah. Really opaque, really matte. Work, bitch. Fill in that lid. It's a little brush. You know, this is a gel brush. I would usually do this with a bigger brush. I'm just trying to use the brush that's provided. I'm a little more like, this is the flat kind of liner brush from Trixie Cosmetics. This is normally more my gig because you can get nice, clean lines with it. I also really like this type of brush because you can press into your lashes with it. I'm gonna wrap the black around the bottom. We'll have to see how it wears and how it dries, but this is a good black liner. So I'm gonna do the other side and come right back. You guys, Jess is here from Trixie Cosmetics. By the time this comes out, we're shooting Sweet Treats tomorrow, so she came to pick up props. Bye, what do you say bye, Jess? Bye. So I'm gonna try the mascara now. You know, L'Oreal mascaras are one of the only L'Oreal things that I've like tried. And to give it a fair shot, we gotta give it a fair curl. So I'm gonna jump into the Live Lash Love curler from us. I love lash curlers and I love trying brands lash curlers, and maybe L'Oreal has one, but my store didn't have one. But ours is so cute, you guys. I know we've talked about it already, but look how good it is. I love lash curlers. I think that they're just so important. They're so important. And I'm gonna be honest, when I don't curl them, you would think, oh, Trixie has huge lashes, nobody notices. 2 days ago, I was at Netflix and Fina goes, what's wrong with your eye? And I go, what? She was like, oh, your lashes are like sticking straight out. And I went, I forgot to curl them today. And so when you don't curl them, people notice, I think. This is the Air Volume Mega Mascara in Blackest Black. 85% said feels light as air. Now, I don't have a huge issue with mascara feeling like heavy. I don't like when mascara feels like rubbery, like you can feel, like it's like your lashes have rubber gloves on. I don't like that feeling. Definitely some lift here with the lashes, definitely. These whipped formulas on me, on my lashes, these kind of more whipped formulas tend to like push up more. Maybe it's because it's so light, but like it really tends to, if I curl and then use a very whipped formula mascara like this Air Volume, I really tend to get like a, I wish I almost had no liner on so you guys could see. It's kind of making my lashes look feathery and fluffy. These lashes look fluffy, my real lashes right now. This is really nice. I could see myself using this again. Speaking of lashes, I am gonna put some top and bottom lashes on and I will be right back. Lashes are on, folks. Now, of course, when I put the lashes on, I'm less critical of some of the things about this look that are not working for me. However, it's gonna get better. So I have some blush here. I think we should just do it. I picked up one blush. Apparently I was feeling very bold. This is Rosy Outlook True Match Super Blendable Blush. I'm gonna go in with my dual fiber Trixie Cosmetics brush because I don't know how pigmented this is. So let's just like, okay, no pigment. Okay, a little bit. I mean, it's a soft blush. I mean, not every blush has to be like, phew. Let's switch tools here. I'm gonna switch to a proper brush and see. I'm gonna switch to a proper blush brush. Yeah, it's just, man, is it not pigmented. It really looks darker in the store. I mean, it's just not a lot of color in there. That's okay. It's a soft sheen too. Do you see how the pan shifts in the light? It's a soft sheen to it, which, you know, perfect for somebody like me with skin texture. Said no one. Let's do a little more. I need to feel it. I just need to feel something. You know, this is a really shimmery blush. Look at that. It's kind of a highlighter, to be honest. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with how I look. I'm not happy with how this is turning out, and I'm just gonna have to live with it. So whatever, okay? I'm gonna go in with some of this powder, this infallible powder, because it's a little bit mattifying, and that was a really shimmery blush. So I just don't think I look pretty today. I don't think I'm doing a good job. And I think the products are working against me. I think I've actually done some bad application today, and I think the products are working against me. But, you know, I used to just say whatever I wanted about brands too, and now it's like, just get back to these brands. If I say like, I hate this product, L'Oreal will send me flowers saying, sorry you hated our product. Like, I don't know how I accidentally became dependable at all. I want you guys to remember this too. Before we get to the end of the video and wrap it all up, I use makeup products in a very different way than most people. So things that might be perfect for you just aren't for me, because I'm painted up like a jack-o'-lantern prostitute. So it's just a different needs, you know what I mean? So let's do the lip though. I have a bunch of pencils here. Apparently I panicked because I have a bright lip and I have a neutral lip. Let's do the bright. I've been so neutral lately. Let's see. Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. This shade is in Ma Chérie. A red. Let's just see the other one. I'm such a hypocrite. Let's see the other one. I'm gonna love the nude. Oh, I'm gonna love the nude. You know, let's see what the pencils I got are. I mean, should we do the darker one? Let's do it. Let's just try to pull the look together, okay? And let's do this red. Now, I never really wear reds, so I get very insecure when I have to put them on, but let's just do it. Let's just try something different here. I got my kimchi sharpener. Come on, Kim, save the day. Come on, Kim. The pencil just broke off on my lip. Okay. Broke off again. Whatever. Okay, we're just gonna have to work with it. I'm gonna take the lip color. Smells good. Ooh, a red lip. This is so not my thing. I mean, we make a beautiful red. We make a couple of beautiful reds at Trixie Cosmetics, but it's just not my go-to look. I don't know. Whatever, just accept it. Now this is supposed to be a liquid lipstick, so hopefully it dries. It's a pretty color. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just trying to switch it up. I'm just trying to feel something. I guess this is the look, you guys. I'm gonna go put on some drag and be right back. Okay, well, did I pull it together? Yes. I mean, you know, it's never a question of, are we gonna get there? Listen, we got there. It's a question of, are we gonna get there without cursing and hating and being detoured? And the answer was no. We had a lot of detours in this look, and I think we should just go through it. So, top of the list, let's just try to go in order. I'm gonna talk about the complexion products all together as one thing. So, I think that this primer was fine. I think I probably put too much on, which led to nothing wanted to lay on top of it. I'm not gonna be honest. I would probably try this again. I think I need to get less excited and use less, because when you use too much primer, foundation starts to ball up and it's like a losing battle. The foundation, I mean, is the coverage great? Yes, like I think the coverage, the actual pigment is great. It did not lay well on my skin. It accentuated texture. It looked extremely matte though. I mean, this is probably one of the most matte drugstore foundations I've used. I hadn't even powdered and it was matte. The Matte Velvet Foundation from Makeup Forever, which is kind of similar feeling, that at least minimizes texture while introducing like a velvet finish. This, I felt like you got the matte texture you wanted, but my skin started to look like one of those apartments where people move in every year and they just paint over it and it just starts to look textured, not the fantasy. And the concealer, I actually really liked it. I think that this is really beautiful. It reminds me of, you know, my 16-hour camo concealer from e.l.f. It reminds me of Shape Tape, and I love both of these. So I think of the complexion products, this is probably my favorite thing. I think this concealer is nice, and I would like to try it again. I thought these were really nice. The Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Powder Foundations. This is kind of what helped save the look. You can see the areas on my face that look the best are the places where this has been the most recently applied. I love Superstay from Maybelline. I think this might be about as good as that. This is a slightly more velvety finish. I love Superstay, but it is a little bit powdery compared to this. This feels almost like a cream powder. I would definitely try this again. I think this is nice. The setting powder. Couldn't get it open. We don't know how we feel about it, and we'll never find out. The blush, I mean, this is the True Match Super Blendable Blush. It was super blendable. I mean, when I tip my head, like, you can kind of see a little bit of pigmentation. This added more shimmer to my face than pigment, and I have an issue with that. It's just not what I want. When I want highlighter, I'm gonna use highlighter. I don't want my blush to be super shimmery. This L'Oreal La Palette palette is beautiful, nice and big. I thought these shadows went on and blended really nice. The mattes were matte, the shimmery were shimmery, super soft and blendy. The pigment stuck where I stuck it and then buffed where I wanted it to buff. And some of the drugstore shadows, when you go to blend, the whole thing moves. And you're like, well, now all the shadows moved instead of just the edges. Like, you want to soften it, not move it. And this was really good at that. I thought this was really, really pretty. This was one of the best drugstore shadows I've used. My favorite drugstore shadows are the Wet n Wild Color Icon. This might be my second favorite now. The mascara was really beautiful, light, fluffy, very volumizing. And it really did, after I curled my lashes, it really did give a like my lashes on helium, like they were floating almost. This was really, really pretty. And I like the packaging. I have to say, I think this packaging is really cute. I'm gonna be honest, you guys, the lip feels great. The lip feels really nice. Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. I'm not even a red person. Even today, I had to put on this like stripper look because I'm just kind of uncomfortable in red lipstick. I don't know, I think I wear too much makeup for red lipstick. I think it makes me look like a birthday clown sometimes. Nobody say, oh, you think that makes you look like a birthday clown? Nobody say it. Nick, do not say it. So it's just, I like this formula and I love the applicator and I like this kind of unique shape. I would probably wear this again. The pencil was fine. I like the color. It broke 3 times while I was using it. I love the color. The formula was not soft enough for me, or too soft. I don't know. I do better with like a NYX or a MAC pencil where it's a little more waxy and I can really I want to be able to apply some pressure. I don't know. The Voluminous Liner Noir. I mean, it's fine. You guys, for this price point, get the Maybelline Eye Studio pen. It's better. This is fine. I mean, I wouldn't probably choose this again, which is actually kind of a bummer because I think that this packaging is so cute. It feels very like chic and like rich. Love this L'Oreal Infallible Lacquer Liner, 24-hour liner. This is black, you guys. Look how black this liner is. This is a drugstore liner. Very pretty. I'm like mentally filing away the next time I run on a black liner on the road. Instead of telling Brandon to get the Maybelline Eye Studio, I might tell him to get this because this is actually really nice. And finally, I mean, this is the Infallible Pro Spray and Set. I haven't really been able to vouch for if this is gonna stay on longer because of this. I will say it sprays too much for me. It got my face very wet and I like a finer mist, a real like, you know, I almost want like an atomizer. Like if somebody invented, maybe I'll invent it. If somebody invented a setting spray that's in like an atomizer, I think that would be really nice. Instead of like that's a lot to just like, Thank you for joining me here today with L'Oreal. There was definitely a couple hits. I'm a little disappointed by the complexion products. If I missed a product from L'Oreal that you think I should have tried, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it and I will see you soon. Goodbye.